let some get figured out. So by the time we get figured out, we got some students coming in.
Yeah, hopefully. I think that's where we just have to decide, so if anyone does come in, we know where the hell we're at.
Say again?
I said we just have to decide, just so if anyone does come in, we know where the hell we're at.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
In those cycles.
Yep.
But it's tough, cause it does depend on like, what else in here.
Right, well, and that's absolutely true, but I also think if we build it right, no matter what week they're in, or they're brand new, they can still fall in and not be floundering.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all basic enough and hands-on enough, and slow enough steps so we can walk them through it if they're not worried about them. Let's take a person who knows nothing about jiu-jitsu and say, okay, we're gonna work on back and stick. I think you can work on that without having a previous base.
Yeah.
And the same thing with, well, fuck, pick most anything on the list. As a starting point, you can pick anywhere as a starting point,
Yeah.
not be totally in the water. We did have, Aiden, that might be Aiden, I don't know if it's Tom's car or Aiden's car, just pull up. Aiden's new to jiu-jitsu. He trained for a while in college for a couple months, but it was like a jiu-jitsu club, so it wasn't as organized. So he's pretty new.
Gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, as long as we start with like
Yeah.
whether, yeah.
I think we build a schedule out for a number of weeks, and if nobody's here, we just skip it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, no matter where they're at, they can still fall in place and be okay without falling in the water. Morning.
Morning.
It's Aiden, right?
Yeah, John, right?
You got it. This is Kyle, this is the guy who's trying to go.
Give me a shout.
Nice to meet you.
So is this the guy that was off for a while and is coming back, or the guy that you said learned a lot more than you?
No, this is the guy that knows a lot more than me. He was out Friday and Monday, but he definitely knows a lot more than me and learns a lot faster than me, so he'll be full of information.
Right.
We were working some with stand-up stuff. You had showed us the other day that keep their collar grip, weave underneath and go hold back.
Yeah.
Like the hip toss. The set behind pull back. We talked briefly on a roll, but Tom and I were like, man, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Don't feel comfortable on this one.
Yeah, cause we like modified it so you didn't like roll over their head.
Right. Or turn to the scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a name for that entry?
I'm sure there's probably like a judo name.
Okay.
I don't think I know.
I thought you normally work Wednesdays.
I normally do.
No, look at you.
This is supposed to be the will of God that I started at 6 a.m.
Good for you.
Well, it's just been kind of a weird week, so I know we don't work Mondays either, but I was in the mid-morning.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
Well, I see the beginner's class was indeed a hard sell for some people this early.
Well, it's gonna be a progress. We just announced it just got changed on the website last week. It's not being like advertised or anything like that. So as new people get a hold of Mike, say, hey, I want to start the gym. All right, guy, how much experience you got? Well, I got nothing. Okay, well, we got a morning class that's perfect for you if you're interested. So that's how it's gonna evolve. my shoulders up, I'm not sure exactly how. I aggravated more this week and Monday morning, well, this feels pretty good, then I rolled brain for an hour.
Yeah, he texted me and was like, "You gonna be there Monday?" And I was like, "I am on vacation."
We worked on honey hole stuff, which is good. That was all foreign to me. I kept running through my mind last night and looking at videos on this. This is so fucking simple. How do I keep screwing it up?
Yeah.
I gotta figure that more, but that's for another day, I guess.
That's like a version of the saddle, isn't it?
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Saddle 411, honey hole. There's another name for it. I guess with gi, it's not near as
No,
desirable.
you can't like reap,
Right.
so you can't get into it. You can only get into it like one or two ways where it's not technically illegal.
Is it illegal to reap if you're not attacking that leg?
Yeah, it's basically you can't, well, I forget what level, but you basically can't reap ever.
Well, that's, I mean, is it considered reaping if you're not attacking that leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as this leg like comes over,
Mhm.
it's a reap. That's all they care about. As soon as the foot comes like over that leg, like,
Okay.
from the outside like that,
Right.
from the knee, that's just a reap, and then
Right.
it's illegal.
That was my curiosity. So if
Yeah.
this is a reap if I'm attacking.
As soon as you did this, you reap.
Right. That
Yeah.
was true. I didn't
Yeah,
know.
it doesn't. Yeah, that's
reap,
why
no reap. I didn't know.
you get DQ'd in straight ankle locks. So we're here,
Right.
everything's fine.
Right.
If I do this, it's
I pull
illegal.
across,
It's
right.
a DQ.
Right.
So why is that illegal? Because it's a dangerous move.
Yeah, so in the gi, a lot of the like leg lock stuff is pretty much not allowed. You like the only leg lock stuff you can do.
Straight ankle
I
lock.
think through like up until purple belt. I think purple belt they start allowing toe holds. But other than that, you can basically only do straight ankle locks. Purple belt they'll allow toe hold, and then I don't think you can ever, unless like some might allow black belts to do like heel hook, but I don't think you can do the heel.
Which is the injuries.
Yeah. They basically like I think,
your mobility is so much reduced in gi. There's so many ways that the extra friction of the garments slow you down, and you can't wiggle out of it. Now you get stuck.
yeah, I think they think it just like takes away from like traditional jujitsu partially too. Like to John's point, there's so much friction that if you ever did get your leg caught, and especially like in gi versus no gi, there's just no pulling your leg out because I can just grip your pants and just hold on. So whereas in like the gi, you're trying to like hold the guy's like slippery like whole leg.
Hell, I put you in a figure four. Some have leg entanglement with gi is not sliding.
Yeah.
Even without grips, just the material there is friction enough that you're not going to do that.
And then the straight ankle locks, you just have their toes in your arm, you just do them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And your feet have to be right. That's why like that one's a really good one because it's totally illegal. You can straight ankle lock, but as soon as your foot comes over their leg from the outside like in, then that's a reap and that's illegal and you just get DQ'd. I think Tom got DQ'd his first like tournament.
Did he?
Yeah.
What does DQ stand for?
Disqualified.
And
You just lose.
get out of here.
Yeah. And there's people. That's why like they talk about it because some people who, if you go for straight ankle locks, they had people for a time. If their foot was here, they just take their foot and just pull it over, and you get DQ'd as soon as they do that because you're technically reaping. Yeah, pretty dumb. I don't know if they changed that or I think they.
I think
They
more
tried
the
to, like-
judges are aware of what's going on and watching for.
Yeah.
No, put that shit back. We're not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, there's people who did that. I mean, I wouldn't really feel good about winning if I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yanked his foot across. But there's people who do that.
Well, we don't really have a good game plan yet. We're still working on it. You just want to work on straight ankle locks? Is this the topic of this morning?
But we could do. I mean, if
You
you're
got
gonna
something
do
else
like,
planned?
yeah, I was gonna say we could start with that like passing if you want, just that standard guard passing.
Sure.
If you want to do like we could do like a round or two warm up.
Sure.
Is like a positional,
Okay.
almost like a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we could do is a minute, and then if you want, we can go to close guard.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll after this work on the escape. But we can start
here,
Mhm.
and if John gets out, he wins. And if I can either like knock John over or get some random submission or never let John get out for when we can change the clock, like maybe a minute, and then we
Mhm.
can switch, then I win. So go ahead. And John knows escapes. So if I can do that, he wins. Just reset. So you don't have to go crazy. Like, definitely don't have to like. You can see I'm not diving for John, and John's not just freaking out trying to get out. It's just a warm up. So go ahead. John does something. My legs come up. Reset, and you can switch too if you
Sure.
want.
Sorry, what does the person at the bottom have to do to win?
Try and keep you down.
Keep him down because we'll set the timer for like a minute. So if you can just at the very least, if you can hold him for a minute, you win. But if not, I would shoot for a sweep or a submission.
If you know one.
If you know one. But the object isn't you don't have to know one right now. The idea is kind of don't let John out for the guy on bottom. At the very least, just position, right? Just don't let John out of close guard. For the guy on top, if you don't know anything, that's what we're gonna go into is getting out of close guard. But for now, see what works, see what doesn't. The idea is just to feel and see if anything can get you out of close guard. Like I said, don't freak out. So I go into John's close guard. I don't know anything. You know, whatever. Maybe John throws up a triangle. We reset. So John has it. He doesn't have to lock it. He doesn't have to tap me out. That's not the idea. The idea is just to see if you can find anything that works for now. It's just to warm up, get the juices flowing, and then we'll actually show a technique. But for now, just see, hey, like this, does reaching my hand under here help? Oh, no, that was terrible. I don't like that. Does leaving my hands behind John's head help? That's not really, if I stand up, you get to here and you're knocked over, not so much. So just move around. Don't, like I said, you don't have to go crazy. It's just a warm up. So if we're in here, again, you don't need to be like to get out of.
Yeah, it's that playful energy.
Yep.
And when you're holding close guard, use that as an opportunity to find out how to keep them off balance or make them off balance. How do I move the hands on the mats? Because hands on the mats give you your opportunity to make movements. Yeah. Well,
So what am I doing here?
you're come up, I'm pushing you in close guard, just go with my knees. No, close guard is right. This is close guard. Okay.
So your goal is just to break the close guard. You don't have to pass. You don't have to have been full on. Basically, start standing up. Go ahead if you want. So go ahead and try and stand up. John can release his legs.
That's what
You want. And then just reset. So you can have either John go on top, just switch, and then it's your turn. That's it.
Obviously, you have a little more resistance. You got something to work against.
Of course.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah, switch.
That's good. You can switch.
Oh, we're going back and forth. River Bellis was still sticking most of the place.
So try and like break John's posture down if you can. Yeah. Yeah, give him a hug if you have to, just don't let him get up. Yeah, the more he gets up, the harder it is to hold that close to him.
Just throw his knee back there. Walking forward. You gotta do it with my hands. You should use your knees to move forward.
Use your hands.
Well, you gotta do it with my hands, so just try and block your forward with your knees. So this issue, get the hands away. So swing from the outside in. Yep, there you go. You take it upward. Now hold. So you start keeping down. My way out, way up.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah.
You're- So it's not gonna be very often you're gonna be in this position and driving your own piece of mat. So you're keeping close,
Get close.
but you're not driving your feet down. You're trying to keep it pulling forward.
Okay.
This is not your good neutral spine. You don't want to here. You want to pull forward. So you're not gonna try and drive your feet down. Try to pull your feet and knees up. That way. So you're trying to keep that tension on. There you go.
Pretty good.
Stop.
Nice, nice job. How's you getting around? Alright. Technique?
Yeah, let's do some technique there.
So, now that you saw it's probably not a lot of fun being stuck in someone's close guard, we'll actually go over, we'll just do one technique to getting out, opening the close guard. So, the next phase would be passing, but we're just gonna focus on opening the close guard, and then at a different point we'll go over like passing itself. So don't think just because once we get to phase one, which is basically opening it, that you're like, yes, I've solved like all my problems and I'm good to go. There's still a lot of work that has to be done after that, but it's a whole different technique that'll follow it. For now, one of the common things you're gonna see is, first and foremost, you don't wanna be down here. This sucks. It gets really tough to get up. It's tough to do anything. So the best you can, you wanna end up about here, neutral, don't be here, or you get hip bumped. Obviously don't be down. So about like right here, so if John comes up, I'm not in the same like tipping backwards. Starting point, so if you can get here, however that is, you can fight armpits to here, you can fight like belt, hip area, and try and get yourself neutral here. Once you get here, what you're gonna look for is double lapel in the chest. This is a really good spot for you and it creates a really good frame. A lot of times what's gonna happen when you're reaching, either here or here, they'll reach either both hands, one hand, but now John wants this arm and he wants to break this grip. What you're gonna do from there, sleeve, and I'll show it a little quick, so double lapel, sleeve, and then I'll break it down. You're gonna come up, once you have the sleeve, up, keep this shin open.
That's a good spot.
So, to break down all the pieces of it, double lapel, here, you almost wanna like turn it, so I don't want my hand like weak, like it's kinda weak here, but if I make like a fist, this makes, and I like almost straighten my arm, it makes a frame. So John, if he tries to break my posture down like you were doing, he can't rock me forward, and if he tries to sit up, he's just stuck there. So this is a really, really good grip for me. For the guy on bottom, don't let someone take this grip.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to try and break this grip right now. I can't just push up, pull down. I'll pull down your
Yeah,
little slack.
maybe a little slack.
But it's
But
not just popping off.
what I want is once I take this grip, he's gonna fight that just like he did. As soon as he does that, this is where you take your second grip. Sleeve, you can go fingers in, curl it a little, sleeve grip. And then you can bring it to you if you want, or just make sure you secure it and get it off your hand if you have to. The reason this is so important is you're gonna stand up now. This foot, whichever has the sleeve, is the foot you're gonna come up on. So from here, that's so that he can't mess with your base here at all. So as soon as I take this, if he reaches for it, you can bring this leg a little bit out, this back leg. It doesn't have to be, you don't need to be sideways, just a little bit so your base is good. So he can't knock me over either, here. Next foot comes up, you can release this, but keep this sleeve. Try and bring it, so if John keeps his legs, you can try and bring it to like here, almost tucking it in, keep this. Shin, you're gonna look for his shin or his foot. I wouldn't reach to cross, but you can. You don't need to, you could probably just go shin.
Yeah, so we just
Break.
break down from there.
If you wanna end the position, you can end right here. Drive this knee, once you open it, drive this knee here and sit. And now you'd be in a pretty good passing position. But for now, we don't need to pass, we just need to open and get the hell out of that spot.
One more thing to think of that I saw you when you were just talking about closed guard is if you're in a closed guard, don't be looking down. Because when I start looking down, I bring my head down towards them. Come on. Hello. Come on, closed guard. So look that way as you take seat on your feet, sit your rib base, sit down on your feet, sit on your feet. Yep,
Yeah.
right at your base. With your head up, it's hard for me to grab a hold of. I try and sit and grab your head, you stop with my hands. I can't grab a hold of it. Look down right here. Right there. You make it easier for yourself. So when you're in this position, don't be looking here. Not with your head.
Yeah.
So you don't want me to grab a hold of it. With that being said, now you're in closed guard. Let's work that up stick.
And so kind of down like this is the.
That's a good base position for you. That keeps my hips down. That's something else you want to do in a closed guard is you want to keep my hips down. Because you don't want me to lift my hips up. Not nice and high for mobility. So you're up, you keep down, that creates your cramp and bucket. So now get your grip.
Yep. Now see if like from there, good grip. See how like if John tries to get up, now let John try and buck you forward. See how it just doesn't work? That frame, good. Go ahead to the next part. So now what's John gonna do? He hates that frame probably.
Like this.
Yep. Yep.
Just be ready to be active with this grip. You want to try and pull towards your hip, my hip area.
Like I want to be pulling in right now.
Yep, once you get the grip, because once that foot comes up, I want to go there. So if you're acting ready for this in here, That makes it.
So I'm not pushing with this hand.
No,
Together.
you're gonna want it up in here. When you go to stand up, you want it up in here, so you're gonna be pushing forward. So right here, start right pulling back. Yeah, now you're in a good spot. Next over, we're standing up.
Nice. Tuck it if you can, yep.
So, we just want to pull it up, yeah. Not your, I can't reach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Push. Yep, drive your knee over. There you go.
Good spot.
Now you're in a passing position.
Now you're open to both guards. Right, like this. Do it again. So, as we're training, my job right now is to I'm gonna give you smart resistance. I'm not gonna use a lot of strength. I'm gonna try and slow you down, make so you can do it. But I need a lot of strength. So I'm just starting to do more strength, applying more effort to get harder. My goal is just to stagnate it. There you go.
Nice. Drive that knee over.
So alter, that's when you do it, you alter.
You're good. Yeah, you gotta end like right there.
Okay, the back leg supposed to be here. So you can grab it.
The back leg you should be okay, so they might grab.